Everyone, the next micro theme is going to be quote based questions. Now, this is also a section which is very hard to prepare. ऐसा नहीं होगा कि आप कोई एक कोट प्रिपेयर करके गए हैं और वही कोट आ जाए. That's very far fetched. Right. Another important thing that I wanted to ask you.
Yeah.
कितना बड़ा disadvantage है if I don't have a strong grasp on thinkers and theoretical aspects of ethics?
See, I'll definitely concede that it's an edge. You will have something to put in the paper. थोड़ा आप ethical aspect जो पढ़ते हो philosophy में भी, because every philosophy has its own part of ethics. So that can help you a lot. But then I think because subject में दिया हुआ है, syllabus में दिया हुआ है कि philosophical thinkers और moral ethics की parts जो आते हैं, तो by default when you study your ethics subject, you will come across a lot of thinkers. At least the relevant portion of their ethical philosophies. तो उसमें the thing that I'm trying to say is कि have a reading of the major philosophers who have spoken about ethics. For example, Gandhi ji की जो philosophy है on reaching the last mile, the chain principle, Kant की जो philosophy है of duty before everything else, which is deontology, Aristotle का golden principle है. तो these are things that you cannot skip in the ethics preparation. मतलब आप ना चाहते हुए भी you will come across these concepts. स्वामी विवेकानंद पे बहुत questions repeatedly आते हैं. सरदार पटेल जी पे questions repeatedly आते हैं when the syllabus part वो civil service वाला आता है. So these are things that you cannot really miss. So I think have your foundation skills good on these few thinkers. And then फिर अपनी जो general reading जितना आप कर पाते हो उतना जितना आप मेहनत कर पाओगे उतनी आप कर लेना. If you are lucky, you will directly hit the spot. Otherwise, you will have enough content and knowledge of ethical principles to at least write a good answer and make it seem as if you know what you're talking about. So that is the best we can do.
Perfect. So clearly, you don't advise students to skip the scholars and thinkers wala part and keep trying to manage. Usse nahi hoga na.
Like if a question is asked on some specific thinker, like Dayanand Saraswati ji पे question पूछा गया था, तो then if you don't really know anything about him, then आप कितना ही ethical principles घुमाओगे. मतलब आप वो समझ जाएगा examiner कि you're trying to beat around the bush. I mean, if you don't know anything, please do that. That one mark can be very helpful. But then if you want to get moderate or average or good marks, then there is a level of knowledge that you must have. And I think it's not a very difficult thing because आप जब modern history पढ़ रहे होगे, then you will study about him in some manner. So it's now up to you how you creatively use those ideas to sort of give an ethical answer कि okay, he focused on the Vedas, the good principles, monotheism, anti-caste, women empowerment. So there are five, six ethical parts मैंने अभी बोल दिए. तो इसको keyword में डाल के अगर आप थोड़ा बहुत लिख पा रहे हो कि उन्होंने क्या किया था इन चीजों पे, then you can deliver an answer and make it seem as if you know you have read about him, etc.
Yeah, I feel that आपके ये वाली कैटेगरी ऑफ क्वेश्चंस राइट जो कि आप प्रिपेयर नहीं कर सकते हो ये आपकी स्ट्रेंथ होनी चाहिए जहां पे आप ब्रेनस्टॉर्म कर पा रहे हो आप एक एवरेज या मीडियोकर एस्पिरेंट से 2 to 3 मार्क्स एक्सट्रैक्ट कर पा रहे हो बिकॉज बाकी सब जगहों पे आपका उतना बड़ा कॉम्पिटिटिव एडवांटेज नहीं बन पाएगा एवरीबडी हैज द सेम काइंड ऑफ नोट्स दे आर accumulating the same kinds of examples right in these questions there is more scope for you to be innovative and to show that you have a differentiated thought process.
Yeah.
Right. So first question. In law, man is guilty when he violates the rights of others. In ethics, he is guilty if he only thinks of doing so.
Right. So basically, because I know about Kant, I have a different framework to look at this quote. But from the perspective, अगर आप quote को बस ऐसे ही पढ़ लो, in law, a man is guilty when he violates the rights of others. तो you can see in law what it is talking about कि in fact किसी का law violate होना चाहिए. तो here the aspect comes कि law is basically codified ethics. You have to go against the law. Law में ऐसा कहीं नहीं लिखा कि अगर आप ऐसा कुछ सोचोगे तो आप गलत कर दोगे. But in ethics, just the thought of doing something wrong to somebody else, you become immoral. So basically what is trying to do is draw a distinction between law and morality, where morality actually precedes law. मॉरल प्रिंसिपल्स को जब आप कोडिफाई करते हो तब जाके लॉ बनता है. यू हैव टू एक्सप्लेन दिस इन अ लॉजिकल मैनर व्हाई ही हैज सेड दिस. तो इसमें काफी सारी चीजें आ जाएंगी. यू कैन इंट्रोड्यूस कंसेप्ट्स. फॉर एग्जांपल गोल्डन रूल जो है इमैनुअल कांत का कि डू व्हाट यू वांट टू डू टू अदर्स व्हिच यू डोंट वांट टू हैपन टू योरसेल्फ. बोला कंसेप्ट जो है कि कैटेगोरिकल इंपेरेटिव में अगेन विल गो वन स्टेप अहेड एंड टॉक अबाउट द फैक्ट दैट ही ओनली थिंक्स पीपल टू इमेजिन लॉज और अ वर्ल्ड व्हिच or any principle for that matter कि if that principle is projected to be a universal law, then it should be okay and morally right. Right? तो ये सब चीजें जो concepts हैं Immanuel Kant के, will use words like deontology, that duty precedes everything else. Will use the fact that God essentially works on the principle of morality. He's a psychological booster too, but morality even precedes God, तो etc. तो ये सब चीजें हम लोग अगर जहां सही से डाल पाए, we can sprinkle our answer with these concepts. But basic funda इसमें हमको ये बताना है that morality precedes ethics. Morality and your ethical concepts are much larger. If you codify a few of them, you can come to law. I would probably draw a diagram, मतलब ethics को, फिर law comes from ethics. ऐसे करके I would sort of explain it in that manner also diagrammatically. But then again after that you can give a few arguments also कि just by thinking you cannot go against the law. To commit a crime there has to be an intent. There has to be an actus reus, है ना? So those type of concepts you can use, those words you can use. So I would explain that answer in that manner.
So if you don't have this broader idea that ethics precedes law, right? और ethics के कुछ part codify हो रहे हैं, law में बन रहे हैं, तब तक इसका आप substance capture नहीं कर पाओगे. फिर नहीं तो फिर वही आपके shallow examples में रह जाएगा कि हाँ, आप अगर एक्शन नहीं हुआ है, आप यही बताते रह जाओगे, अगर कोई एक्ट नहीं हुआ है तो मतलब कुछ इलीगल नहीं हुआ है, which is a very superficial way of looking at this. So there are instances where law sort of like law is forward looking and ethics are backward. But यहाँ पे वो फंडा नहीं लगता है, right? यहाँ पे
we have to stick in the framework of this quote. थोड़ा बाहर जाना will be opening another dimension. But then again you're kind of working against yourself. जो आपने इतना argument दिया, आप उसी का case against दे रहे हो, तो that would not work well, मतलब मुझे ऐसा लगता है.
Yeah, so mediocre answer here would be something where
you just break this part, where you explain that a man is guilty when he violates the rights. मतलब बताओगे कि crime होना चाहिए, intent होना चाहिए, actus reus होना चाहिए for a crime to be committed, right? And then after that you have the right to be defended in court, etc. आप ऐसी चीजें बताओगे. फिर ethics में आप बताओगे क्यों, if he just thinks of doing so, why are you still guilty? Is because moral conscience है. You have to
exactly.
Like गांधी जी का quote था, there are higher courts than the courts of law, which is the courts of moral conscience, right? So इस तरीके के कोर्ट्स आप कि थोड़ा आंसर अच्छा बना सकते हो. बट देन थोड़ा कांत की अगर टर्म्स आ जाए इसमें तो मजा आ जाएगा, मतलब एग्जामिनर को, लाइक डिओन्टोलॉजी, गोल्डन रूल, कैटेगोरिकल इंपेरेटिव, इस थोड़ा फ्रेमवर्क से आंसर करना मुझे लगता है ज्यादा सूटेबल है इस क्वेश्चन को.
So again a very interesting insight is that if you already know the thinker and the context, और आप इस कोट को उस कॉन्टेक्स्ट और उस थिंकर के एम्बिट में इंटरप्रेट कर रहे हो, देन इट टेक्स योर आंसर वन लेवल अप क्लियरली, राइट? क्योंकि वही है, वो पूछ ही उस चीज के बारे में रहे. तो योर बेस्ट शॉट शुड बी समथिंग लाइक डूइंग समथिंग लाइक दैट. सेकंड बेस्ट ऑब्वियसली अगर आपको पता ही नहीं है कांत क्या है और आप इस सेंटेंस को बेयर इंग्लिश को डिकंस्ट्रक्ट करके कर रहे हो, तो यू हैव नो अदर ऑप्शन, आपको मैनेज करना पड़ेगा. व्हाट अदर क्वेश्चन वुड यू लाइक टू go ahead with? जैसे विवेकानंद
जी का जैसे learn everything that is good from others but bring it in and in your own way absorb it, do not become others. Now this is something that मुझे पता नहीं, I have not read this quote verbatim, but now I know स्वामी विवेकानंद का के ideas मुझे पता है. That he talks about every individual being unique. He says that human being is the greatest creation of God, greatest than any other creation. He talks about the divine being in yourself. He talks about the importance of loving everybody else and treating everybody as equals. So in that sense, focusing on the positive aspects, he gave the concept of Raja Yoga, जहाँ पे he talks about mind का purification, body purification, which is a combination of almost all types of yogas. तो उसमें अपना meditation वाला aspect आता है. So now I have these ideas in mind. I know what Swami Vivekananda has talked about. तो उसके बाद when I read this quote कि learn everything that is good from others but bring it in and in your own way absorb it, do not become others, it's talking about how we can learn from the positive things, how we can sort of develop our own individual abilities. We should not become copycats. हमारा एक अंदाज होना चाहिए खुद का काम करने का. तो इस तरीके से जो इनके principles हैं, इनको सामने रखते हुए if we can explain this quote with each and every point, we can sort of come to a good answer. मतलब ये quote directly क्या कहना चाह रहा है, nobody will be able to predict unless you have read it. But then if you know some ideas of the thinker, you can just postulate based on this idea कि मतलब if he is talking about there is divine in everybody, then when we read this part, ki absorb it and bring it in your own way, then we can say that everybody has the capability of becoming great in their own way. It talks about the individual uniqueness of a person. तो इस तरीके से हम लोग आंसर दे सकते हैं.
Yes. Great. And what examples would you include in something like this?
In Swami Vivekananda's ideas?
हाँ, ये इसी कोट पे अगर
I would write his ideas of Raj Yoga. I would write his ideas that like what he talked about कि divine सबके अंदर रहता है. Then I would talk about his personal experience.
हाँ, Swami Vivekananda तो हो गया, but would you like talk about an example where someone has taken something from, so for example Gandhi ji also, he took so many things from Tolstoy, from so many other thinkers, right? But he had his own philosophy going on, something around that.
Maybe we can do that if you're falling short of content, but I just, this is my personal take. I don't really go outside the gambit of the person being asked unless I don't know who that person is. मतलब जैसे कि
जहाँ मसाला नहीं होता वहाँ आप जाते हैं,
वहाँ आपको डालना ही पड़ेगा. जैसे कि मुझे पॉटर स्टीवर्ट पता नहीं कौन है, तो then I would not experiment on कि उसके आइडियाज क्या थे और उसके लेंस से मैं बात करता हूँ. I would just take this as a anonymous quote and then talk about it. बहुत सारे thinkers को डाल के I would sort of answer that question. तो in that manner we have to approach the quote वाले questions. थोड़ा मुझे लगता है इनके relevant ही रखोगे तो ज़्यादा अच्छा है. Now for example like Swami Vivekananda has been asked repeatedly, so you will prepare that thinker very well. क्या कुछ literature. Now I'm not able to remember what books he had written, but then if I knew a few names of the books I would write कि हाँ इनमें इसमें भी ये idea है. His personal experience of how when he met Ramakrishna Paramahansa, when he kept his hand on his head, he was in a complete bliss for few days. तो इस तरीके से everybody is capable of reaching the ultimate truth. But and then also he talks about a very inclusivist approach towards religion. His idea that there is only one God, but the roads to reach him are many. So you can sort of interpret that quote in his idea कि absorb करो, don't become others, because there are umpteen ways to reach the truth. But when you reach there, you will be realized with only one God. So focus on your own path, focus on your own journey, work hard, etc. तो जो positive principles और ideas हैं उनके, you have to kind of present your answer in that manner. थोड़ा relevant रखते हुए उसको.
अच्छा, अब इस पे ही what is the best way you would suggest to cover these different thinkers? So let's say if I have to read Gandhi ji, Swami Vivekananda, नेहरू,
मेरे को लगता है बेस्ट वे टू कवर थिंकर्स इज आप पहले तो PYQ खोल लो और जो सबसे ज्यादा रिपीट हो रहे हैं उनको तो अच्छे से पढ़ लो क्योंकि वो हमेशा चांस रहता है आने का बार बार. उसके बाद जो हु आर द बिगर नेम्स इन द फील्ड ऑफ एथिक्स, जैसे इमैनुअल कांट के बिना एथिक्स की आप बात ही नहीं कर सकते. जेरेमी बेंथम है, ऐसे आपको 5-6 कोट्स या फिर थिंकर्स मिल जाएंगे. और आजकल जो भी रेडीमेड मटेरियल है उसमें मोर और लेस कवर्ड अ वाइड रेंज ऑफ थिंकर्स, जैसे एरिस्टोटल, प्लेटो, सोक्रेटिस, J.S. Mill.
So you would ensure that you have covered each and every technical term related to
their ethical thought, which is primarily what I would focus on. अदर देन दैट उसकी थोड़े जो बेसिक प्रिंसिपल्स जैसे आइडियाज जो है उनकी, जैसे कि फॉर एग्जांपल जॉन लॉक की अगर बात चल रही है तो आई नो राइट टू लाइफ, प्रॉपर्टी एंड लिबर्टी इज व्हाट इज गोइंग टू मेनली बी टॉकिंग अबाउट. अगर थॉमस हॉब्स का मैं पढ़ रहा हूँ तो उसके एथिकल वैल्यूज तो ठीक है, बट देन लाइफ इन द अनसिविलाइज्ड वर्ल्ड इज शॉर्ट, नास्टी, ब्रूटिश, पुअर, वो वाला आइडिया मुझे पता होना चाहिए कि इज टॉकिंग अबाउट सिविलाइज्ड वर्ल्ड एंड स्टेट एज द ग्रेटेस्ट एंटिटी. तो these kind of ideas you must be aware of, क्योंकि अगर जब आप उसके ethical ideas दोगे based on a quote, you must have a backing of what his real ideas or fundamental concept was, so that when you give your ethical idea, you give it from that lens and it seems relevant to the quote that is being asked. तो थोड़ा इसका preparation थोड़ा intensive हो सकता है. There is no end to this preparation, to be very honest. मतलब there are as many thinkers as you choose to study, but then थोड़ा आपको जब कॉन्फिडेंस आ जाए, यू आर वेल अवेयर ऑफ द मेजर थिंकर्स, इंडियन एंड वो थोड़ा वेस्टर्न, देन यू कैन काइंड ऑफ देन वर्क ऑन मोर ऑन इंटरप्रेटिंग द कोट इन योर मैनर, थोड़ा वैल्यूएशन वहां से करने वाला. यस,
परफेक्ट. लेट्स हैव अ लुक एट स्वामी विवेकानंदा का कोट.
हाँ, quotation of great thinkers. What do you each of this quote? Okay, so this quotation that is given: this life is short. The vanities of the world are transient, but they alone live who live for others. The rest are more dead than alive. Now, this first two lines though is directly coming from his knowledge of Advaita Vedanta. Ki life is short. This Jeevatma is basically a transient entity. You are the ultimate reality, which is Brahman. So what you are getting caught up is in Maya, and the only way to reach that ultimate reality is to sort of see everything in unity. And that how will you do that? Is that you live for others. You treat everybody as an extension of yourself, as an extension of God, which you are. थोड़ा आप महावाक्य यूज कर दो उपनिषद से, तत्वमसि, ब्रह्मास्मि, तो और भी अच्छा लगेगा. and the rest are more dead than alive is that once you are in ignorance, you are going to keep taking rebirth again and again. इस तरीके से you can choose to go about it that philosophically as well. Otherwise, the rest are more dead than alive को आप लिख सकते हो कि यार who has not helped others, who has not sort of gone to the depths of human feelings and emotions, but just only focus on himself, has not really known what life is truly. So in that manner also you can give that answer. So I would go about it in a more philosophical manner कि वो मेरा strength है. But yeah, so vanities of the world मतलब आप ये देख लो, material possessions है, ego वाला factor है, right? Sensory pleasures are momentary. Death equalizes all. You cannot take any material wealth with you where you go. Once you are dead, the body loses consciousness. It's just a pile of flesh and bones. So a lot of things can be. I would use the word of Advait Vedant. I would write his ideas of Raj Yoga. So that looks much better. So that is how I would answer this.
Yeah, so definitely I think scholars पे solid command तो अब जरूरी है to push.
In type की questions में तो like I think it will give you that edge above other people. Like for example, this quote: "Don't read success stories; you will only get a message. Read failure stories; you will get some ideas to get success." This is a थोड़ा simple quote. मतलब इसके लिए you can choose to answer this question just explaining this quote. But then you can talk about the work that he did. जो integrated missile development वाला program था, India going nuclear, उसमें इनका क्या role था? पहले failures थे, but then we sort of developed that. You can sort of link his legacy left behind in ISRO to the Chandrayaan 2 failure. अब 3 हमने कर लिया. तो इस तरीके से अगर आप यूज कर पा रहे हो relevant चीजों को, तो then you will like hit the point on the head. It doesn't go beyond APJ Abdul Kalam. Examiner को ये नहीं लगता कि this guy has not understood the code. He's quoting random personalities. But we're still staying relevant to the topic. तो इस तरीके से you can go about these type of questions थोड़ा relevant रखते हुए code based questions को especially. Right.
Perfect. The idea ये थोड़ा सा practical. It was not coming from a scholar, but someone who is a scientist, right? And इसमें भी Archit's approach has been to sort of take inspiration from his life, his failures and his experiments instead of like civil services के examples quote करने या generic कुछ भी quote करना. आप इसी के ambit पे रह रहे हो, right? And that's getting him an edge.